G'day cocktail lovers, I'm on a quest to milk clarify all of the world's most popular cocktails and see, does it make them better? Today I'm going with the cocktail, which became known as the Old Fashioned. In the 1800s, if you asked for a whiskey cocktail, this is what you get: whiskey, sugar and bitters. It changed a bit over time, then some people said, no, I like the Old Fashioned way. It became known as the Old Fashioned. It's quite a simple recipe, but you can play around with it, particularly if, like me, you decided you're making a batch version. I made over a litre of Old Fashioned, so I could blend different whiskies and in fact different bitters. And then I barrel aged it and left it for about 4 weeks, and it came out really well, very strong, but just great flavours running through it. Today I'm going to try milk clarifying that Old Fashioned, which will have some people going, oh no, you can't do that to an Old Fashioned. But really, I get whiskey people saying, you can't do that to whiskey when I make an Old Fashioned. So you know what? To hell with the haters, I'm doing it. Most milk clarified cocktails have an acid element, usually citrus juice, because that's the easiest way to make milk curdle. Add something acidic to it, and then you can strain it and clarify the cocktail. There isn't any citrus in an Old Fashioned, so you're left with two choices. One is add something. I'd go with orange juice. I have actually done that before and gotten a good result, but I'm going to do the no acid method, which involves getting powdered milk, baking it in an oven at about 375 Celsius for 15 minutes, and then reconstituting it. Why bake the milk powder, you may ask? Well, it's been discovered that if you reconstitute baked milk powder, it wants to just spontaneously separate, which is really useful for milk clarification. You get the curds without adding an acid element. When making a clarified cocktail, a good ratio is 4 parts of your cocktail to 1 part of milk, and that's what I did. I just went with 400 mils of my batch to 100 mils of the reconstituted milk. Give it a little mix and you'll see it starts to curdle quite quickly, although you can let it sit for a while if you want to be sure. When it's separated, you pour it through a coffee filter into a bottle, noting that it's the curds that do the clarifying, not the filter. The curds have to settle to the bottom, meaning the first amount that goes through will usually be a little cloudy. So you need to let it run through for a while, and then when it's coming through clear, tip that back through and filter the whole lot again, or alternatively, filter the whole drink more than once. And once you have your clarified cocktail, you'll pour it over ice in a glass, and this is where sexy clear ice comes into its own. Got to use that. And because it's an Old Fashioned, I'm garnishing this with a twist of orange peel and a maraschino cherry on a skewer. And it looks wonderfully bright and clear. It is showing off the clear ice quite nicely as well. Compare it to the original, which is much darker, and it's not opaque, but it's definitely a bit cloudier than the clarified one, which is what I will expect. And now I'm going to do a taste comparison. Some troublemakers might be suggesting you did that just so you could have 2 Old Fashions. Ha! How dare you? How very dare you, I say. I have 2 Old Fashions in the name of science. I'm going to try the clarified one first because it is likely to be a lighter flavour. That is nice, and if anything, the whiskey's coming through really strongly. I expected it to be a bit more subdued, and the milk made with the baked powder, it has a kind of burnt butter flavour as well, which goes so well with whiskey. Time for a quick comparison with our base Old Fashioned. That is, I love an Old Fashioned. That is really good. There is a really noticeable difference with the clarified one. The flavour is brighter. The whiskey character is complemented quite well by the milk element. I'm never going to give up on my standard Old Fashions though. Definitely my favourite cocktail. Just for fun and for something a little bit different, a clarified Old Fashioned is well worth an experiment. And I like to keep life interesting with experiments. If you want new ideas, different experiments, tweaks, hacks, tips, tricks, I'm going to try all sorts of things. A lot of it's going to be milk clarification and will involve clear ice and barrel aging, because I love those things. So make sure you're subscribed so you can know when I'm uploading videos. There'll be many more to come, and I hope you're here to share them with me. But until I see you again, look at me, back on my double fisting bullshit. Cheers.